Hello everyone. Welcome to IDT600, Instructional Design and Technology, Theories and Models. This presentation provides more information about the first discussion posts to the blog that are due the 24th of January. I'm going to open up the course now so we can speak with that as our visual reference. Okay, so when I open up the course, everything we'll be looking at right now is in the course modules folder. Hopefully everyone has seen where the course syllabus is and you've been able to look at that and download it. We're going to look in the week 1 folder for this discussion today. And we're really focusing in on just what is expected for the week 2 readings and response discussion. So you've already seen that there's a PowerPoint that goes over the guidelines for this. We're going to look at that in a little bit. There's an outside reading that is available for you, the Seriously Considering Design in Educational Games. I thought this was a very nice complement to the first chapter when we're talking about design and what design means. I'm going to now switch so that I'm in the student view rather than the instructor view. And I'll have to open up the week 1 folder again. Things look very similar, but I want to make sure that you see it the way it's going to show up for you. Now I'm going to move away from eCampus for a minute and go to the PowerPoint. Slide 1 just gives information about how to contact me, a little bit of background about the book, why I chose it, the fact that it has been highly regarded by people in the instructional design and technology field, a little excerpt of a review, and a link to where you can read more. This gives a little summary of our readings and discussions for the course. We will not have them every week, but these are the weeks when they will occur. Weeks 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When your final projects are due, you'll have done all the readings, so that's the good news on that. This slide presents a little bit of the definitions and timeline for the sequence for the discussion and readings. Now, everyone is required to answer the discussion questions in their initial post to the blog. I wanted to make sure that you all understood that. That's something that regardless of your role that week, you all, first thing you do is answer the questions, and that's with your initial post. Now, your initial post, which answers the question, should include a reasonable level of detail. I agree or I disagree is not sufficient detail. Your initial post should be 1 to 3 paragraphs, such as a paragraph response to each discussion question. Now, after completing the initial post, in which you answer the discussion questions, the W, which is the written response group, which is defined right here, they will post a written response to the discussion topics and questions on the blog. So they'll be doing this on Sunday after everyone has done their initial post. The W group will also need to respond to comments and critiques that other students post. So everyone posts their initial response by Sunday. The written response group does kind of a commentary and summary of the responses. The critique group sort of gives a general critique of the summary And that would be, have they missed any points that were made? Have they possibly misinterpreted a point that was made in a response? Or is there something that is really overlooked in the initial posts and the written responses that is a topic or a question that should be brought forward for consideration? And then everyone who's left in the comment participation group, Group P, has an opportunity to comment throughout. So the intense time of interaction occurs between Sunday and Tuesday. Everybody has a chance to post their initial response starting on Monday and up through Sunday noon. So that is the schedule for that. And then you all see the assignments for groups have already been made for the course. So this gives you some time you can plan ahead. Now let's go back to eCampus, because there's one other thing I want to make sure that is clear. This is actually a duplicate image of the discussion blog. You have to click on the link here to be able to enter the blog. This is the same information that you saw in the week 1 module folder, but now we're inside the blog. And you can see here are the discussion questions. You're able to copy them if you want so that you can have them in your blog post. For example, if I'm doing my initial blog post, I might put something like initial post, answering questions. My name will automatically appear. And then I copied these here so that I can just use this as a guide. I can turn off the numbers right there and then put my answers in here. So I would say that might be a convenient approach to use. And then you just post your entry. I'm going to post this so that you see one posted and what it looks like. So there's an initial post answering questions. It's just a sample. And then as they're done, they will each show up like that you can see. Now let's say I want to comment on somebody's post. I can use the comment tool here and say, actually, you didn't answer any of the questions. So there is a sample of a comment, and that gives you an idea of how this process will occur. Now let's go back. Let's go back to the main page so that you get used to the course navigation. I went back to the course modules, back into week 1 folder. Now, we've seen how the discussion works. You see how you access the blog to post it. You see how you download the additional article, the PowerPoint guidelines. Oh, I think everyone's already done their introduction. If you have any questions, you see in the PowerPoint my email address, and you can also email me through eCampus. I just wanted to say, please don't wait until the deadline to do your initial post to the blog for the readings and discussions. The W group needs all the initial posts available so that they can write their written response to your postings. So you can see we need everything in there so that the interactive part, Sunday through Tuesday, can happen within the time frame. Now I will be doing another short presentation for you where I talk a little bit more about the concept mapping activity and argumentation paper. But I think that's enough for one sitting right now. So thank you very much, and I hope this was helpful. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.